Hi, everybody. Here we are back with another show, another Facebook or FB Watch Forum show. Today's going to be a kind of a sales day, you might say. I'm going to just post about 15 watches or so for sale, and they're all going to be very inexpensively priced to be blown out in case somebody wants to, wear them or use them for parts or sell them to somebody else at a higher price. Whatever you want to do, we'll make that available to you today. I want to bring in my partner and co-host, Rick Moscoso, who helps me out with the show tremendously and who controls all the questions and marks up all the watches. He's the regular FBI agent of FB Watch Forum. Rick, how you doing, Rick?
Doing great, Phil. Hey, I think as messages go at the top of the show,
yeah,
I wanted to bring this up because I know you like to talk about it.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, that combines a great message for watch lovers as well as for people who love gangster movies. But no, that's a great scene. So thank you for that, Rick. I hope everybody keeps that in mind. Even if they're not married, you might have a significant other who takes the position of your wife if she or he is demanding in certain respects. But anyway, I want to get started with today's show. I'm going to bring to your attention some watches that I've had for quite a while. They're going to be blowout prices, as I said, and they're really a mixture, mostly Invictus, an Android, and a couple of Swiss Legends, and they're all within the size that I know a lot of you guys like to wear, and I'm just ready to part with them, and so. Rather than post them on my site individually, I thought we might have a show where I just kind of have a blowout kind of a sale. And I've got more than these, but I'm only going to do 15 today because I don't want to be on here for too long of a period of time. So let's start with, and some of them are, obviously you're going to see things you like, maybe things you don't like, but remember the price point because there may be things you can do with these watches that might be outside what you would normally think of as being a wearable watch. You may not want to wear it, but you may know somebody who does. You may know somebody who has different tastes than you. You may know somebody who wants to purchase it at a higher price than you. I think the price points I'm going to provide you today will easily be able to allow you to mark these up if you choose to resell them. So the first one is an excursion. And you can see it is a yellow gold excursion. And I'm always having trouble with this camera. Let me move in here a little bit and see if I can focus this up a little bit. But there we go. And you can see it's got a kind of a real Baltic blue dial. And it is a chronograph. Let me show it to you on the wrist. And by the way, all of these prices that I'm going to give you will include shipping. You won't have to pay anything extra for shipping. And there it is. It is the yellow gold. Let me get over here and see if I can move this camera a little bit. The yellow gold excursion with a blue dial. And you know these excursions are top heavy. They're pretty thick, as you can see. And they're, you know what, you guys know better than I. I'm saying a 50 millimeter case, easy. And again, this is a chronograph, yellow gold, $30. $30 for this thing. And I got to tell you, if you don't know already, you can see this, there's not a mark on this watch. So that's the first watch we got. We got a yellow gold excursion with a blue dial. It's a chronograph with white hour markers. And again, 200 meters, water resistant. It is $30. That's watch number one. Watch number two is another yellow gold. We're going to get some yellow golds out of the way. And this one is a diver. And I don't know what to call this. I say it's in the diver, the Grand Diver family. But Invicta made this a while back. It's a yellow gold bracelet. It's a chronograph with a red dial and white subdials and also a red bezel. And it's got the lume on the hands, as you might be able to see there. See if I can show you this on the wrist. You can see the bracelet, by the way, is all, I'll show you that in a minute. It's all screws. Here it is on the wrist.
That's a lot of red on that one.
Yeah, it is. It's easily a 48 millimeter watch. None of these watches are going to be small. I know you guys like big watches. There's the thickness of it. I'd say about 14 millimeters in thickness. Again, a chronograph. You can see the date aperture at the 4 o'clock position right there. And I want to show you the screws. And so what Invicta did here is they put these large screws in, so it's very easy to change the links. You can see the screw right there. Anyway, again, $30. A really easily wearable diver. I kind of like red and gold together myself, which is why I purchased this. But again, I've got too many watches, and I don't need this watch anymore. Works perfect. And again, an Invicta in the Grand Diver family. Chronograph, $30. Yellow gold with a red dial and red bezel and white subdials. That's watch number two. Watch number three is for $60, but this is probably the deal of the day. This is a Swiss Legend black mother of pearl ETA 2824, fully Swiss-made watch. And it's easily 50 millimeters, probably 55 with the crown guard. Check this out. This is a crown guard right here. You open it up, okay? And it's not a chronograph. but the crown guard goes over the crown itself, where you set the time. It's got white loom on the hands. It is a mother of pearl press style. I don't know if you can see on there. You can see you can see the pressing. It's like a machine pressed dial, but it is a mother of pearl machine press dial.
Is that black or is it dark blue? It looks kind
No,
of blue here.
it's black with shades of grayish blue.
Okay.
Depending upon the light. And there you can see, I'm hoping you can see the movement to some extent. The ETA 2824 movement. So this is $60. Believe me, you're not going to get a Swiss-made mother of pearl 2824 automatic watch for $60 anywhere. So anyway, I don't mean to be a pressure salesman on this one, but this one is really a deal. And it is a beautiful watch in pristine condition, not a mark on it. And there you see it. It was called the Swiss Legend. Let me see if I can see it on the I think it was either called the Swiss Legend Executive or the Swiss Legend Limousine. Let me see if I can see it here. It's on there, but I just can't read it. But I am looking at the back of the watch now. Sapphire crystal, by the way. So imagine getting a Swiss-made, fully Swiss-made watch at a 2824, black pressed mother of pearl dial, and a sapphire crystal for $60. That's the deal of the day, in my opinion. Okay, that's watch number 3. Watch number 4, we're back to Invicta. This is you'll probably remember this as the famous Invicta. When it came out, it was famous. Anyway, I don't know where it ranks today, but you can see it's a platinum mother of pearl. Original reserve collection. Swiss-made chronograph. And you all know what that watch is, right? Do I have to say the words? It is one of their iconic watches. And it is, I'm trying to see, it's model number 6118, I believe. It's the snake watch. You can see it right here. It's made to look like the scales of a snake. And it's got the blue mother of pearl. Platinum mother of pearl, I should say. $30. Okay? Look at the size of that watch. $30 in pristine condition. This is when they started to go to the silicone rubber, so there is no issues with the rubber breaking. At least to my knowledge, I haven't seen or heard of any on this watch breaking. But there it is. The Venom, right? Venom, the Invicta Venom with the platinum blue mother of pearl. I'm hoping you can kind of see the stunning nature of that mother of pearl. I will say this, Invicta does at times use really good mother of pearl. Why they don't use it on a consistent basis, in my feeling, I don't know. But anyway, that's watch number 4, $30. So we've got so far 3 watches for $30 each, and the Swiss Legend ETA 2824 for $60. Let's go to watch number 5. Watch number 5 is also $30. And this is a original Akula, right? And you can see it's got a black dial. It's got some yellow gold and silver tone casing mixed in nicely. But the beauty of this watch is it's not any kind of a rubber band. This is a leather band, as you can see. This is one of the ones they put leather on, and you can see it's still got the yellow. The red sticker on the back. You know, the plastic sticker. You can see the little red lining there over toward the left part of the picture. I haven't taken that off. There was never any need to take it off. And there it is. This thing is a monster. It's at least a 55 millimeter timepiece on the wrist. It might even approach 60 millimeters with the crown.
55. Wow. Set it on your wrist.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And it is. Look at the size of this. And I've got a 7.5 inch wrist too.
That's a beast.
It is a beast. It's a freaking beast. And I mean, look at it. It's a monster. And look at the thickness on there. It's got to be at least 20, 22 millimeters in thickness. And it is a chronograph. So here we go. There you see it. Chronograph, right? Stop the chronograph, reset all the way to the 12 o'clock position. So there it is. $30 for not only an Akula, but an original Akula that's in great working shape and that has not a mark on it. I keep saying that, but I intend to say it all the time because I want to impress upon people these watches are in pristine condition, every one of them. And look at the band. You can tell I haven't worn this watch very much, right? Look at the condition of this band. Black leather band on a silver tone case with a silver tone bezel, and the lug areas are just highlighted with some yellow gold in the lug area. Okay, that's watch number 5. We've got 15 watches today, so we're blowing through these. Here's another Swiss Legend, also $30. This is a diver. It's got an orange band. You can see with a dual deployment clasp. It's a 46 millimeter watch. It's a chronograph, but believe me when I tell you, it plays like a 48 on the wrist. And I'm going to put it on the wrist in a minute. You can see it's got orange hour markers, got some lume on the hands and on the hour markers. It's a complete diver, 200 meters water resistant with a unidirectional rotating bezel. Let me throw this guy on the wrist. Really kind of a cool summer watch. There you get an idea. Pristine condition, not a mark on it. And Swiss Legend always uses silicone, so you never, ever have any issue with breaking rubber. And you never have with Swiss Legend. Because they went, they go to the extra mile many times Invicta doesn't, unfortunately. And I hope I'm not making any enemies by criticizing Invicta, but I believe in telling the truth and telling it like it is. And, you know, you can disagree with me, that's fine, but I have some issues with Invicta, and I let people know about it. Here's the Swiss Legend again, 200 meters water resistant. This is a Swiss Legend Commander. The first watch they came out with and their most popular brand for many years. And there it is. Again, I'd say about 18 millimeters in thickness. Thick watch, heavy watch, but still light in comparison to a lot of other ones because of this light silicone rubber orange band. Really kind of a cool watch. Great summer watch, great to take in the ocean, that sort of thing.
How much was that one, Bill?
That one it's $30.
30.
And here we got a really interesting watch. This is an Android Virtuoso, and you can see this is a quartz watch. And by the way, all the watches I've shown you so far are quartz watches, with the exception of the Swiss Legend 2824 for $60 that I mentioned earlier. This watch, the Android, $40. $40 for this Android monster, 50 millimeters. It's got a great, beautiful look at I can't say enough about Wing Liang's bands. Look at this. Look at the size of this band, the thickness, and look at what great shape it's in. I mean, look at this. It's like a brand new band. I'm sorry to toot my own horn so much, but I tell you, I really take a lot of pride in taking care of my timepieces, even if they're ones I don't wear very much anymore. So, and you can see the white contrast stitching along the band. And this has tritium tubes in it, but they're not very bright anymore. So probably if you're going to buy this watch, at some point in time, you're going to want to change the tritium tubes. But there you can see it's a Ronda 515 movement, quartz movement, gray dial. Let me show it to you on the wrist. Again, a bit of a beast. There you can see it on the wrist. Very popular, the Virtuoso, as you know, and you can see the thickness on it. Again, probably at least 20, 22 millimeters in thickness, I would say. Great watch for $40. I don't know how you could go wrong with a watch like this. Great all-around, everyday wear watch. Android Virtuoso, gray dial, $40. Okay, now we come to a really cool watch. This watch is $60. And remember, every price I give you includes shipping. This watch is $60. It's a Renato Trex. You can see it's got diamonds on the 12 and the 8 hour markers. It's got a black dial with a blue band, and I have a stainless steel band that goes with this. Why? Because this is the model. Watch this. When you press the two lugs, the band comes off. You can interchange different color bands, and you can also put in a bracelet, which again I have done. So this is the Renato. You just press the two lugs here. The band comes out. You put in a different color leather band, or you put in a stainless steel band. You can see it on the wrist here real quick. 50 millimeter watch. And it is a chronograph. See, we get the chronograph going here. You can see it moving there. So I got a red second hand. Let's stop the chronograph. Let's reset all the way back to the 12 o'clock position. Again, diamonds on the 12, diamonds on the 8 hour marker. Date aperture at the 4 o'clock position. Interchangeable straps. You just snap them in and snap them on. Yeah, you just put them on like that. It snaps right back in. You can see that. You just press the two sides of the lugs. It comes out. You put in a stainless steel strap or different color leather bands. $60, and that includes shipping. $60 for this watch, which by the way is made by Daniel Mink, the original owner of Renato. This watch was made by Renato before it was sold to the bigger corporation that owns it now. Anyway, $60. I see Keemon Lee is on. How you, Keemon? Good to see you there. And he bought a watch. He bought the Sabaquanoma 3 with the brown dial, the limited edition I had on the show 2 weeks ago. I hope he enjoys that in good health. That was a great timepiece. It has all stainless steel, of course, and sapphire crystal. Anyway, so $60 for the Renato. Those are the two highest priced watches in the show. Again, the all Swiss made ETA 2824 black mother of pearl Swiss legend, also $60, not a mark on it. All Swiss made sapphire crystal, black pressed mother of pearl dial, yellow gold, 2824, $60. Works perfect. Those are the two most expensive watches on the show today. And we're going to end with the last 6 watches we have for the show. This is, and I don't even know if Invicta makes this anymore, but this is a Cordoba. Look at the size of this. I don't know if you can really understand. This has got to be, I don't know, they were ranting and raving about the Sea Hunter and all those. I mean, this thing has got to be at least as big, if not bigger. It's got to be 60 millimeters, especially with the crown. You can see it's kind of a crown that's in the style of the Russian diver, but this is a Cordoba. I kind of loved it because it meshed in the gold with the gray. It's got a gray polymer band mixed in with stainless steel center links, a gray dial, and you can see that if you unscrew the crown, now you've got on the top here, you've got the, let's start the chronograph. Okay, we're starting the chronograph. We're going to stop it, reset it. And this is a, I mean, it's a cool watch if you like big watches. It's a, again, a Cordoba, giant size watch, $30. It looks brand new. There's not a mark on it. Look at this watch. $30. It's got screws in the links. You can see, again, one of the rare times that Invicta uses screws. And there it is. It's a monster. And it's a big sucker of a dive watch. I want to see what all I can tell on the back here. Water resistant to 200 meters. Model number 6677. But anyway, it's a big look at the thickness on this watch. I don't know how the Sea Hunter tops that, but anyway, a big beauty for $30. Cordoba. I don't know if Invicta makes them anymore, to be very honest. Now we've got some more divers, all 200 meters. This is a this is the the limited edition Invicta anniversary model, the Grand Diver, Japanese automatic with the magnified date at the 3 o'clock position and the red bezel, 200 meters water resistant. You can see it's an automatic timepiece. You can see it still has the sticker on the back. You can see that red tab there, right there. I usually don't take them off unless they come off by themselves. So again, Grand Diver, limited edition, anniversary edition, Japanese automatic, red dial, red bezel, $30. $30 for a Japanese automatic watch. Same thing with this one. This is also a Japanese automatic. And this is a Grand Diver, 200 meters water resistant. And what's interesting about this watch, I'm going to put a wind on it here for you. What's interesting about this watch, again, the magnified date at the 3 o'clock position, is that this was the only time that I'm aware of that Invicta or any other watchmaker that I'm aware of to date has combined yellow gold and rose gold. So the outer links on this band are yellow gold, and you can see the center links are rose gold. And I bought it because I thought it had a really unique, cool look. And you can see that the bezel is also rose gold with a champagne dial. And it's a Grand Diver. Japanese automatic. $30. Now, you know, when you get these watches for these prices, you take care of them and you put some work into them to get them up to maybe the way you want them. While they don't have a scratch on them or a mark on them, everybody's taste is a little bit different. So you take the price for what it's worth and you use it as either a resale piece, you use it as either something where you can use the watch for extra parts, or you just say, hey, I got a deal for $30 and I'm going to wear this as a beater watch. Even though these watches are not, you know, I mean, these are Japanese automatics, these last two I showed you. So they're not necessarily cheap watches. And the last Grand Diver would be, I bought this because I love purple. But here's a purple Grand Diver. Again, 200 meters water resistant. And the date aperture at the 3 o'clock position, magnified date. I'm going to put this one on the wrist for you. Japanese automatic movement. There it is. And you know, Grand Divers, these last three watches I've been showing you, they're 47 millimeters. I think they play a little bit larger on the wrist. You can see there I have a 7.5-inch wrist. You can see how it plays on the wrist. Purple dial, purple bezel, Japanese automatic, Miyota movement, date aperture, magnified date at the 3 o'clock position, 200 meters water resistant. The next one, we've got two more timepieces. The next one is a modified version of the, I want to say between the kind of an excursion, a Venom, and maybe a, what's that other watch? Leviathan. I think this is technically called a Leviathan, a different version of the Leviathan family. But again, they're all in the Diver family, 200 meters water resistant. This one has a gray dial. This, again, the actual dial looks about 46 millimeters, but when you put this on the wrist, it's taken up at least 50 millimeters of real estate. You can see the gray dial with the white hands and the white lume on the hour markers and on the hands, the date aperture at the 4 o'clock position. And I love it because it's mixed gray with rose gold. I think one of the coolest looks in watchmaking is gray and rose gold. And that's actually why I bought it. But look at the thickness on this watch. This thing is a freaking beast.
It's another beast. Jeez.
It's a beast, man. And look at the crown and the pushers. It's a big mama, I'll tell you, man. This thing is really something else. I'm going to put this on the wrist and show it to you. There you go. It's right there, man. It's a gray dial, all rose gold accents, and the rest, of course, is all silver tone stainless steel. But look at that on the wrist. I understand from Kamon it's called the Sea Excursion. That may, in fact, be the case. It's a monster. Anyway, again, $30.
Did you say that's not an automatic though, right?
No, that one is a. There's only the automatics are the Swiss Legend one I showed you, and the 3 Grand Divers we just did earlier. All the rest are quartz watches. Anyway, there it is. I would have swore this may be called the Sea Excursion for sure, because Kimon would know more about it than I would. But I would have swore when I bought this it was and I think that one of the reasons I bought it is it was because it was supposed to be a modified or new redesign of the Leviathan. because I used to like Leviathans. When I used to like big watches, they were one of my favorites. Okay, last watch of the day, the infamous, once world famous, and this watch is $60, including shipping. So we've got 3 watches for $60. I think we got a Renato. What was the Renato, Rick, for 50? No, the Renato was 60. The Swiss Legend was 60. I think the Android was 50, right? You're marking them down, so you know.
No, no, it's either 30 or 60. Android was 40.
Android was 40. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Swiss Legend for 60, the Renato for 60. All the rest are 30. This one is also going to be $60. So this will be our third watch for $60. So that's our highest price today, $60. We've got one at 40. All the rest are 30. And this is the Venom white dial, rose gold bezel with the brown leather strap. And I remember when I bought this, I paid an exorbitant amount of money for it. And I remember it was just going crazy. I mean, they couldn't keep them in stock. But you can see this thing. This band is just in excellent condition. Well, hey, the whole watch is. You can see the snow white dial with the date at the 4 o'clock position. I'll put this on the wrist for you. You can see the beastly nature of this watch. This thing's got to be what? Maybe 30 millimeters in thickness. I'll show you that in a minute, but this thing is huge with the pushers. It's got to be pushing 60 millimeters. I know it's got to be at least 55 millimeters on the wrist. But this is the look at the thickness on this watch.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is the what did they call? They had a special name for this Venom. I forget now what they called it, but it was the one that was the hottest selling one with the rose gold, the white dial. They also made the exact same version with a black strap and a black dial and rose gold, which I had as well, which I sold some time ago. This one I kept because I didn't want to sell it, but now it's got to go. So this is I don't know that you're going to find this watch anywhere for $60. If you do, and you find it for less than 60, grab it. Otherwise, you got basically a brand new watch. I mean, look, there's not even a nick of any kind on this watch. And again, it's not only because I keep my watches in great condition, but it is because I don't wear them very much, and so I kind of keep them housed in a case, and they stay in great shape. Elegant Venom. Thank you, came on. Yes, that's what it's called, the Elegant Venom. Anyway, there it is. $60. And you could see inside, it's got like a stadium dial, and inside where the subdials, right outside the subdials, and before you get to the arch of the stadium portion of the dial, you can see it's kind of like machine pressed in there. There's little fine lines in between the subdials and the arch of the stadium portion of the dial. Anyway, the Elegant Venom, that's our 15th and final watch of the show. That one is $60. I want to show you the watches that are 60. There's 3 of them. There's that one. There's the Renato T-Rex with the diamonds and the interchangeable bands. The Venom and the Renato are both quartz watches. And then the steal of the day is the Swiss Automatic 2824 Swiss Legend 50 millimeter. I think it plays more like 52 on the wrist with the pushers. Excuse me, the crown and the crown guard. All Swiss made, 2824 sapphire crystal, yellow gold watch. Those three are 60. Everything else is 30 except for this Android, which is 40. And this is the Android Virtuoso on the thick black strap with the gray dial. And this is also a quartz watch. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hey, by the way, I see a watch over here. I forgot. There is one more watch, Rick.
Okay.
And it is a brown strap, yellow gold Russian diver, all red dial. Again, I think I told you earlier I like yellow, gold, and red. And there's not a whole massive amount of yellow gold here. It's just the actual case. The strap is a brown leather strap. Russian diver, you can see there. It is a, you can see the 24-hour scale. It is a GMT. It's a quartz GMT. And you can see, I think it's got the Ronda 515 movement in it. You can see the second hand spinning around, and the date aperture is at the 12 o'clock position. You can see it right there. And you put this on the wrist, and it's a monster. All of these watches today are monsters. You can see it right there. And this is going to be $30. $30 for a GMT Russian diver quartz watch. Win Invicta. There it is. Water resistant to 100 meters. Model number 7217. All stainless steel signature collection. And that's it. So what I'm hoping for, guys, is anybody who watches the show, hopefully you can bring to the attention. This show is on tape. It's posted on our website, FB Watch Forum. Anybody who's interested in watches between $30 and $60, and that includes shipping, either for resale on that they might want to resell at a higher price if they want to use it for parts, or if they want just a great all-around watch, everyday watch to wear. The most you spend is $60. The least you spend is $30. And again, we have the Android for $40. And I don't want to impress upon I want to impress upon everyone that this, when I say use it for parts, I don't mean that there's something wrong with these watches and you have to use them for parts. I mean, you just may say, hey, okay, I want to get this $30 watch or this $40 or $60 watch. And even though I'm not crazy about it, I'll keep it around in case I need spare parts in the future. People do that, believe it or not. So having said that, thanks for tuning in for today's show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Everybody who watches it, I hope they enjoy it because it is on tape. And I hope you get some idea of what I have left over in my collection. I have many more watches in this price range of category, between $30 and $60, and I'd blow them all out. To be candid with you, I would reduce the price of every one of these watches by $10 if I didn't have to pay for shipping. But I'm in Hawaii. I got to get the product to the mainland, and I have to pay for shipping. I have to account for my shipping costs. So, but with that, when I say the price is $30 or $40 or $60, it includes shipping. That's what I mean. I'm being upfront with you. It does include shipping. I've got to account for that cost. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and Godspeed and stay safe. And Rick, thanks for your help, and we'll see you next time, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, if you're still on here, I see several people still on here. If you're interested in any of the watches, I am going to list here later on today time indexes of each one of the 15 watches that Bill talked about with the prices. And if you, excuse me, if you have seen one that is of interest to you, go ahead and reach out to Bill at the email on the screen, fbwatchforum@gmail.com, and you can take that discussion with him offline. So be on the lookout later today for the time indexes. If there's one in specific you're looking for and you don't want to watch the whole show, I'll have that for you shortly.
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that, and thank you again, guys. I appreciate it. Again, we'll see you next time, and buy a new watch. It always makes you feel great. Okay.
That's right.
All righty. Bye-bye
All right.
now.
Take care.